Imagine a convertible purring its way through the emerald hills of North Carolina. The air is thick with the warmth of summer, and the car is packed with a motley crew of friends 5 days into a road trip. They're a little road-weary, but spirits are high, bolstered by the upbeat tunes of Ricky's Tropicana hits, until, bang, a tire explodes accompanied by a hiss and a cloud of smoke from the engine. Ricky, at the wheel, manages to swerve the car to safety on the shoulder, exclaiming in surprise and frustration. Lucy, the eternal optimist of the group, jumps out of the car, assuring everyone it's just a minor hiccup. She calls on Fred, the group's handyman, to take a look under the hood. But Fred, despite his ability to fix a leaky faucet, admits defeat at the sight of the dead radiator and flat tire. The situation is grim, and the group finds themselves stranded in the middle of nowhere. Carolyn Appleby, a city girl through and through, is beside herself as her makeup begins to melt in the heat. Harry and Ralph, despite their best efforts, can't fix the tire and agree that they need professional help. Little Ricky, the youngest of the group, is upset at the thought of not reaching Hollywood. The group's musicians, Marco and Alberto, play a somber tune, lamenting the end of their journey. Meanwhile, Mrs. McGillicuddy, the oldest member of the group, chides Ricky for not checking the oil, while Alvin Littlefield jokes about the group resorting to hitchhiking. Lucy, refusing to let the situation dampen her spirits, decides to make the most of their predicament. She sets up a picnic, pouring lemonade and waving at passing cars in hopes of getting help. But her efforts only result in a honking truck swerving away and a drenched Fred, who had unfortunately been in the way of her enthusiastic lemonade pouring. In a final desperate attempt, Lucy decides to fix the tire herself using a hairpin, but her efforts are in vain, and the group's laughter slowly fades as the sun dips and despair creeps in. Just when it seems all hope is lost, a pair of headlights pierce the dusk. It's a patrol car, and out steps Sheriff Andy Taylor of Mayberry, his southern drawl as warm as the evening air. His son, Opie, tags along, comparing their smoking car to his dad's barbecue gone wrong. Sheriff Andy offers to tow them to town, bringing a collective sigh of relief from the group. Lucy beams, her optimism justified. Fred, however, can't resist a final jab, reminding Lucy that it was her mess they had to clean up. But in the end, they're safe and on their way to continue their adventure. After all, every road trip needs a little bit of drama, doesn't it? Welcome to Aunt Bee's dining room, a symphony of senses, with a table sagging under the weight of platters of golden fried chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, and a pecan pie glistening like a southern sunset. Lucy is already diving in, eyes wide in awe. Aunt Bee, this is heaven. Ethel, take notes. Your tuna casserole's got competition. Ethel bristles, her fork paused midair. My casserole's a classic, thank you very much. Fred, meanwhile, is piling his plate high, muttering under his breath. Not bad, Bee, but Ethel's gravy's thicker and cheaper. Barney Fife, teetering on the edge of his seat, eyes Ricky with a suspicious gaze. Musician, huh? Play something, but keep it legal. No disturbing the peace. Ricky grins, conga already in hand. How about Babaloo? The room erupts with his drumming, Marco's piano weaving in, Alberto's conga adding a Latin pulse. Gomer Pyle twirls with an awkward grace, his lanky frame nearly toppling a lamp. Golly! This beats pumping gas! Goober is tripping over his own boots, hollering, "Cuz, watch them feet!" The New Yorkers and Mayberians are dancing together, a chaotic blend of city sass and country charm. Suddenly, Ernest T. Bass, king of chaos, crashes through an open window, pebble in hand. Heard music, Ernest T. Bass, king of chaos, at your service, Andy groans, rubbing his temples. Ernest, no rocks indoors or ever. Lucy claps, delighted. He's got spunk, like me. The room shakes with laughter, plates rattling. Over by the side, Mrs. McGillicuddy is eyeing Otis Campbell, who is nursing a coffee with shaky hands. You remind me of my Harold. Same twinkle, she coos, adjusting her glasses. Otis blushes, nearly spilling his drink. Aw, ma'am, I'm just pickled by life. Across the room, Little Ricky and Opie are bonding over toy soldiers, their giggles hinting at mischief to come. Carolyn Appleby is attempting to teach Thelma Lou and Helen Crump the basics of bridge, but Helen's quick wit trumps her. Take that, Ace! City gal! Helen teases as Carolyn huffs. Over in the corner, Harry, Ralph, and Emmett Clark, the Fix-It Man, are swapping tool tips while Marco and Alberto are jamming with Briscoe Darling's boys, blending Latin rhythms with banjo twang. As the pie is served, Lucy spots a talent show poster on the wall, her eyes gleaming. "Ricky, this is perfect practice for MGM," Ethel groans. "Lucy, no schemes." But the seed has been planted. The room is buzzing with the promise of more chaos. The energy of the New Yorkers and the warmth of Mayberry are mingling, forging bonds over biscuits and laughter. The night is just beginning. Ever wondered what happens when city folks meet country charm? Picture this, the tranquil streets of Mayberry, filled with the lively energy of New Yorkers over a span of 2 days. Floyd's barbershop was a hub of laughter as Fred Mertz and Floyd Lawson swapped vaudeville tales. Fred, a city slicker, shared his misadventure of juggling scissors, while Floyd, the local barber, regaled with his own tale of a near-disastrous juggling act with a notorious town character, Ernest T. Bass. Meanwhile, Mrs. McGillicuddy found a charming rogue in Otis Campbell at the local diner. His humble response to her flirtations about being pickled by life only added to the amusement of the situation. While all this happened, Lucy attempted to blend in by trying her hand at Southern slang. Her awkward use of y'all drawing giggles from the locals. The clash of the New Yorker's brash energy with Mayberry's slow charm set the stage for a whirlwind of laughter. The story took a turn when Andy decided to take the kids fishing at Myers Lake. Little Ricky learned the virtue of patience when he hooked a boot instead of a fish. This outing brought the two groups closer, blending them like a patchwork quilt. Inspired by these events, Lucy jotted down notes for her script, convinced that Mayberry was the heart of her story. In a display of Mayberry's charm and hospitality, Gomer and Gooberpile proudly presented the repaired convertible to the group, its chrome gleaming under the North Carolina sun. This was followed by a hearty picnic send-off in the park, complete with Aunt Bee's fried chicken and Clara's pies. The event was filled with music, laughter, and a particularly long-winded speech from Mayor Pike about tourism potential. As they said their goodbyes, Aunt Bee embraced Lucy, declaring that she was now part of the family. Touched, Lucy agreed, stating that Mayberry was her kind of crazy. The group then set off under a Carolina sunset, their journey filled with new friendships and cherished memories. Mayberry's quiet charm had met New York's brash energy, and the result was a story filled with laughter, friendship, and the realization that sometimes the most memorable adventures can be found in the most unexpected places.